everybody and welcome to Sunday's video. Today we're going to talk about Social Security, downsizing, and mobile home living. What does that all have in common? Well, it has more than what you think. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to do some work while I talk to you because I have a lot of chores I need to do. I'm going to show you a little bit about why those that are on Social Security are seeking to downsize, and a lot of them are seeking mobile homes. All right, come on, let's get started in the day. You're saying, well, Tessie, you don't take Social Security. What are you doing talking about it? Well, I'm only going to talk about what I know. And what I know is, when I grew up, my dad made a living on mobile home retirement parks. He had beautiful parks that were retirement parks, and his clients were all 55 and older. And let me tell you one thing, he was very popular. He had a long waiting list of over 2 years of people that were seeking to downsize after taking Social Security. So those are some things I know about, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why mobile home living is something that you may want to consider when you are downsizing. All right, I got them fed. Now we are going to show you some other things about mobile home living that you may not have thought about before. One of the things that my daddy always said was, make sure if you're looking for a mobile home, make sure you buy the land first. So if you don't want to live in a mobile home park, but you want to have a mobile home homestead, or you want to have a mobile home, make sure you buy the land first and then buy the mobile home. The number one mistake that people made, my dad always used to say, is they bought the mobile home and they had no land to put it on. Always make sure you find your acreage or your half acre in your state, in your county, whatever is the legal limit to having a mobile home. For us here on 1 acre property, we have a mobile home. In some counties, you have to have more than an acre. Some counties, you can have less than an acre. It all depends on where you live. But never buy your mobile home without buying your land first. That is something that is really important. And especially those people who are looking on the Social Security income, you want to make sure that you have your land ready for when you have the mobile home. You can set up a mobile home in about 48 hours. So once your mobile home is bought and it's ready to go, it takes about 48 hours to set it on your ground. Now, of course, that means you have to have your well and sewer and all that already in place. Okay? What else is so special about mobile home living? And even if you're low income and don't take Social Security, you know, it's not just people with Social Security, but mobile home living is the top, cheapest way to homestead. You know, when you buy a house, it's expensive, but when you buy a mobile home on acre, it's so much cheaper. Like with any home, you have upkeep, and a mobile home, it's really important that you keep it really in good condition. Same with vehicles. You know, when you have a used vehicle, the better you take care of it, the longer it will last. So a mobile home is no different than a house, except for maybe it's even more important to keep up a mobile home because mobile homes tend to not last as long. But my 1963 double wide is lasting us forever because since we moved here, we've been really taking good care of it. We put a new roof on. As you've seen, we painted the siding. We did all kinds of things to keep it updated and to also keep it looking as good as we possibly can. We also, all of the electricity is replaced in it, so it has new electric. And as you know, we have been working on the plumbing situation. We work on it as we have cash, and that is another thing. Don't go in debt on any kind of improvements. As we get cash, we just slowly fix it up. We got all of our trees trimmed, some of them cut down, simply to make sure that our mobile home lasts as long as we live. And the trees were rotted and they were ready to fall down, and we didn't want them falling down on our mobile home. Now that was a cost that was very expensive, but we paid cash for that because we had it saved. All right? Let's look at more about mobile home living and why you can have a mobile home and so much more frugal. Now, depending on your state, depending on your area, it makes a world of a difference. Even if I go 30 miles south, they're going to be a lot more expensive. If I go 30 miles north, it's going to be a lot more cheaper. It all depends on your region and on your state. So the things I say about mobile home living may not hold true to right where you live. As you know, it all depends on the market. It all depends on your area and where you live. When we bought this mobile home, it was not a homestead. We turned it into one. How do we turn it into a homestead? Simply, we dug up our front lawn and we have a huge garden. We grow our food. We have chickens. I do a lot of preserving. And now I have solar, which that video is coming up really soon. So we are slowly getting into solar and we are really super duper excited about that. That is just something that we are progressing. When you homestead or downsize into a more self-sufficient home, it's always in steps, so it doesn't always happen right away. You have to take your time and work on it and learn new skills. But let me show you how big our homestead is. 1 acre may not seem very much, but let me tell you one thing. When you have it mostly in garden and you have a lot of things going on, it is a lot of work, but it's fun. We downsized from over a $200,000 house down to under $100,000. We bought this property for $64,000 and we upgraded it. Now, some people would say that's very expensive, but for our area, it was dirt cheap. Right, let me show you our property. Here we go, everybody, follow me. This is the front of our 1 acre property. I'm standing not quite at the property line. I could go another 20 feet, but behind me is our mobile home homestead. I really like it. For me, this is downsizing. And so while we got rid of all the expensive new things that our newer home had, we traded that all in for living this kind of lifestyle. And this is downsizing for me. So you can downsize this way, but you still can have your freedom. And that is what's important. Downsizing as far as the material way of living. So downsizing, getting out of debt, that is so important. Selling your newer home, getting out of debt, and living in a much smaller home. Now, I don't have a tiny house, but my house is about 1,000 square feet and it's small. But that's perfect for me because I rather be outside and have all the outside work and not so much inside work. Taking old buildings and making them new is what I'm about. This here was my son-in-law's playhouse, and we turned it into a potting shed. We have our own compost barrel, rain barrels, and of course, you know, all the greenhouses that I have. Looking to homestead with little money, or you're looking to downsize because you're on Social Security, mobile home living is the ultimate living for you. You know, I wouldn't trade this way of living for all the mansions in the world. And that is the truth. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi everybody, if you like videos like these, why don't you do me a favor and look over here. I have a lot of other videos that I think that you would enjoy. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.